Good morning and welcome to a very special episode of the Met Report. I'm Alex Petrich.
And I'm Brandi Rose. Our top story today, several people arrested at last year's encampment protests on the Tivoli Quad have filed suit against the Auraria Campus Police Department.
That's right, Brandi. It's been almost exactly 1 year since the demonstrations on campus, and we're still feeling the aftershocks. Met TV reporter Ytzel Vazquez has the story.
On April 26, 2024, during a wave of campus protests across the country, demonstrators gathered behind me on the Tivoli Quad to voice their disapproval on U.S. involvement on the Israel/Palestine conflict, and specifically MSU's sponsorship with Lockheed Martin, who supplies Israel with weapons, fighter jets, attack helicopters, and missiles, and CU Denver to refuse grants or funding correlated with the U.S. Armed Forces, divest from corporations that are in Israel, and terminate the study abroad programs. ACPD and DPD officers arrested dozens of demonstrators that day, citing an AHEC policy against camping on university grounds no matter the duration or purpose. While arrests were made under the rule against camping mentioned earlier, the lawsuit states that none of the plaintiffs set up tents, and once they were taken down, arrests were still made.
We wanted the public to know that law enforcement overstepped here and that these arrests were unjustified and they shouldn't have happened, and it was a direct infringement on the First Amendment rights of these protesters.
8 of the people arrested during these protests are suing the Auraria Campus Police Department. I spoke with 4 of the plaintiffs, 2 professors, 1 student, and 1 lecturer.
A bunch of people started linking arms around the encampment. I was there taking pictures. I was not one of those people, or at least not initially. I decided to link arms with the ring around the police. I fell over. I was trying to stand back up, but pretty quickly the police had surrounded me on the ground. That's when they arrested me and took me to jail.
I and a couple of colleagues were actually at a faculty meeting when the police arrived on campus. As we were leaving, it became clear that something was wrong. We arrived to the quad. Events were already underway, and we could just see a line of armed and armored riot police facing down a line of students standing on the lawn. A couple of colleagues and I decided to join the students. So we sat down, and then the police slowly kind of moved towards us and slowly started surrounding us. We ended up sitting on the lawn for, I think it was well over an hour before we were arrested and jailed.
I got an email from the school letting us know that there was this encampment going on that kind of alerted me to this protest that was happening that I had not been aware of. And I happened to get there right as the police were arriving. I walked up to the first group of students that I saw and basically saying, "Hey, how are things going? Have you had any issues with kind of the administration or police?" The guy said, "No, but we're about to," and he points over my shoulder right as the convoy of cops just come onto campus, basically.
So I was in a meeting. I wasn't on campus, but I did see on some social channels requesting some support for the students. So I came to campus. By the time I got there were already a lot of police officers in riot gear. I was helping some of the students remove the tents from the area, and it got really chaotic after that.
I don't want the police to become the enforcers of campus discipline. I don't want prosecutors to do what historically deans or provosts or other academic affairs officers did.
I reached out to Jason Mollender, the chief of ACPD, for comment. He stated, "The Auraria campus has not been served with any civil rights lawsuit related to the events of April 26, 2024. Based on available media reports, it appears that the individuals involved chose to engage with the press prior to notifying either the Auraria campus administration or the ACPD. We are also aware of several misrepresentations reported in today's media coverage. As with any legal matter, Auraria campus remains committed to following appropriate legal processes and protocols. We will be prepared to respond accordingly if and we are served. Our priority continues to be transparency, accountability, and the safety and well-being of the Auraria campus community." This is a developing story. Met TV will keep you updated with any new information that comes out. I'm Ytzel Vazquez reporting for Met TV.
Throughout the semester, Met TV has been in collaboration with the Call Me Mr. program here at MSU to produce Why Black Men Teach, a talk show highlighting the efforts and stories of Colorado's black male educators. The most recent episode with Denver teacher Benjamin Isaac is now up on the Mile High Misters YouTube page. Here's a look at the episode.
As we close, I know that you talk a lot to your students about how to find their purpose. Can we close out on a kid that's watching this and trying to figure out how to find what their purpose is in life?
So there's a practice that I kind of stumbled upon a couple years ago when I was designing the language arts curriculum for the district. And it's a Japanese philosophy of ikigai. And ikigai, I think it actually means discovering your purpose, or pretty much the reason that you're here. And it's 4 simple questions. And you answer those 4 questions. The first one is, or it's actually a 4-part exercise, is what I've turned it into for my students. So anybody watching this can do this themselves. Just get a piece of paper and a pencil, and you start with a list of everything you love. Like everything you love to do. Just jot down a list of every single thing that you love to do, regardless of what it is. Just jot it down. Hopefully you end up with a nice size list. Then from that list of things you love to do, you mark all the things that you're good at. Sometimes you love some stuff, but you ain't no good at it. So you take the stuff that you love and you mark all the things that you're good at. From those leftover things, you highlight all of the things that you can make money doing. So then you have those things highlighted. And then from that list, you underline or you circle the things that benefit the community. And once you've identified what you love, what you're good at, what you can make money doing, and what benefits the community, that's your purpose for being here. You have a natural gift, you love it, you're good at it, you can make money doing it, and it benefits other people. That to me is being successful. Like if you get to wake up every day and live in that, man, money will come, or the money won't matter.
True.
A few members behind the group The Waters That Connect Us joined us here on campus to talk about the importance of water conservation and the dangers that Indigenous people face with contaminated water. A panel was held during the Stories from the Colorado River Basin event, focusing on highlighting Indigenous voices and conserving the Colorado River and Basin. That is the main water source for many people on and off Indigenous reservations. Some of the discussions held included talks of uranium transports affecting the Colorado River Basin, certain dangers that some face already, as well as bringing awareness about what is happening in the rivers surrounding the Four Corners area. Some of the panelists that spoke were Leona Morgan, an educator of nuclear issues in the Four Corners area, Louise Benelli, clan mother and educator of the importance of water, and Ruben Cruz, a writer raised and connected by water in the Four Corners area. We interviewed Pat McCabe to hear more about why the event took place and the importance of water conservation.
We can't have security without the water. We cannot have any life without the water. As they say, you can't make money on a dead planet, right? So we need the water, and I'm calling on you, and I trust you. I trust you, young people, to rise up to meet this moment of upholding the honor of being human being, and to consider this holy water. And that means that we have to consider what's happening with mining. It was brought up here. We have to consider what's happening with moving water and rearranging water on paper legally, and then trying to make the land fit the paper. Also a little bit insane. So just calling on you to show up at hearings, calling on you to understand where does your water actually come from and what's happening around that. That's always been the way of a thriving life society of human beings, and it hasn't changed just because we're in modern times. So much love to you, and so happy to be here. Thank you.
Spring is in the air, which means that the campus is filled with events. And last Tuesday, a new market came to our area, hoping to give students a new place to shop and sell. This is Vibe Village, a free pop-up market that sets up on the Lawrence Street Mall, showcasing the goods of local businesses around the city. Vendors sold a wide variety of items, ranging from baked goods, handcrafted jewelry, candles, terrariums, graphic art, and much more. Now, Tuesday's market was the only one in the spring semester, but don't worry, they plan to return in the fall for another event, date and time pending. We spoke with Vivica Lawrence, the event coordinator for Vibe Village, and a roadrunner, about how students interested in starting their own business can take the first step.
I'd say just do it. Like, do what you love. Life is too short. If you have a business even selling leaves, somebody will like it. Like, there's so many people on this planet, and there's somebody out there that's gonna love what you have to sell, no matter what it is. So I feel like if you just find your niche and like really just start making something you love and turning it into a business, like that alone itself will it'll just all take care of itself.
Unfortunately, spring is coming to a close, marking the end of another semester.
Making this the last Met Report until fall. We have covered breaking international stories to campus events, all through the hard work of our entire team.
With the semester ending, some of our family here at Met TV are graduating. Throughout the show, we will be showing packages honoring these seniors.
Well, Alex, I look forward to seeing those. We'll be back right after the break, so don't go anywhere.
Dad? Being a dad can be transformative, but also a lot of fun. Help prepare Prepare your little monster for the outside world. Encourage their interests. Support their growth. Walk them through new relationships.
He's perfect.
Whatever you say.
And prepare them to stand on their own 2 feet.
So much of the good in my life is because of you.
Never stop being a dad.
Pope Francis died on Easter Monday, April 21st, 2025, and now the Vatican has begun preparations to say goodbye to the Bishop of Rome. Pope Francis, the first pope from Latin America, passed away at the age of 88 after suffering a stroke. Remembered for his compassion and humanitarian efforts, he led the Catholic Church for 12 years with a focus on humility, helping the poor, and reform. His death has drawn tens of thousands to Vatican City, where St. Peter's Basilica has remained open overnight, with mourners waiting for hours to see him lying in state. His final wishes broke away from papal tradition in that he asked for a simple tomb marked only with the name Franciscus, and to be the first pope in over 100 years to not be buried at the Vatican. By Thursday evening, over 90,000 had paid their respects. His funeral will be held this Saturday, with several heads of state expected to attend. After 9 days of mourning, bishops from across the Catholic world will convene for the conclave, where a new pope will be chosen.
Ball Arena is going to have a new renovation that is designed to bring more benefits to the Denver community. The home of the Denver Nuggets, Colorado Avalanche, and the Mammoth will experience a new renovation in the parking lots, transforming it into a vibrant mixed-use neighborhood and center of downtown West. The first official plans of major renovation have been sent to the city of Denver. This redevelopment will include more housing units, a hotel, and an entertainment venue, and even a public park. In addition, their plans also call for a new pedestrian bridge over Spear Boulevard close to Winecoop Street. The first phase of the construction is slated to start in 2026.
The U.S. Supreme Court started hearing oral arguments surrounding the case of Mahmoud v. Taylor this week. The case is based on allowing parents to opt their children out of LGBTQ-themed literature. The suit was brought against the County of Montgomery Board of Education and Superintendent after the Board of Education added LGBTQ+ inclusive children's books to the elementary language arts curriculum back in 2022. After a federal district court in Maryland ruled against the plaintiffs in August of 23, the case was then moved up to the Supreme Court. Reporting suggests the Supreme Court is likely to rule on the side of the parents, citing their previous endorsements of religious discrimination. Well, one of our other graduating seniors is Tanner Caldarola.
That's right, Alex. Tanner couldn't be here today, but we wanted to make sure that his send-off was special. So I produced his senior package. Let's take a look. All right, can you introduce yourself for us?
Yeah, my name is Tanner Caldarola. I'm a left wing for MSU Denver Hockey.
One of the best goal scorers, not just in this conference, but really at the D2 level in this region. Tanner Caldarola! Tanner Caldarola! Caldarola will punch this into the back of the net. He told you he's not the guy you want to let free on the near side, and Caldarola makes it count.
From BMHC Player of the Year, All-Star, All-American, All-Conference, over 200 points in the ACHA, Tanner has done it all. And now he has his sights set on his next milestone, graduating from MSU Denver.
Tanner, congratulations, man. Very proud of you. Glad to see you finally move on in life and get graduated from Metro State. I'm certain you're going to be successful in every field that you choose to pursue. Thank you from me personally for doing everything that we asked you to, even when you maybe didn't want to. I'll never forget your 2-goal game at regionals at Utah State to send us to nationals. First time as a Division II program. So appreciate you, man. Love you. Best of luck.
What's up, Tanner? Hope your graduation goes well. I think my favorite memory that I have with us was after a week of long practices and whatnot, you invited me to go out to a Friday skate for the first time. We had a scrimmage, we went upstairs, had food, and you just asked me about me. We just had a great conversation for 2.5 hours, and at that point, I knew you weren't just surface level type of guy, you genuinely just cared about me and what I had to say. So kind of stemmed our friendship from there, and I thought of you a lot different after that. So hope everything goes well, buddy.
Hello, Tanner. Congratulations on your magna cum laude grades in the easiest major known to mankind. Just want to say thanks for being a good buddy. We have lots of fun nights rooming together, and our impromptu supper dates are quite wonderful. We do have some very interesting and sometimes heinous conversations, but that's all right. And I really like to thank you for your ability to rip in the morning in our hotel rooms on every trip. You're quite the character. I'm glad to call you my buddy, and I wish you all the best as you run away to South Carolina.
Hey Tanner, congratulations on your big achievements here, graduating and all that. I'm gonna miss you, buddy. Very happy for you. I'm never gonna forget those hotel rooms of me, you, TJ, and Dill, getting to spend time with you and hanging out with everybody around there, and especially your decisions to wake up TJ with you ripping and your you lift you good mornings. So yeah, congratulations again, bro. Love you.
On and off the ice, Tanner's been a great teammate and friend. Now, I didn't know exactly how to close out this video, so I'm going to wrap it up with some of my favorite memories of Tanner.
Good luck using that.
You missed.
Hey, no flash photography. Thanks.
Thank you for everything, Tanner, and congratulations on a successful hockey and academic career. We can't wait to see what you do next. Love, Met Media, and your Street Chickens. I'm going to miss that little guy.
I really appreciated working with Tanner. He's been a reliable video editor, and he was always a very warm presence in the office.
He's a great friend. I mean, I've loved having him around both in the office and on and off the ice with the hockey team. So thank you for everything, Tanner. We're going to miss you.
Absolutely. Don't go anywhere because we have June Ferguson with Politics coming up after the break.
Biker Jim's brother.
Hey folks, I'm June Ferguson here to keep you on the pulse of politics. Let's get started. According to Gallup polling from the last few weeks, the U.S. Congress has an approval rating of 28%. This isn't shocking. The American public's approval of Congress has been consistently under 40% for the last 2 decades. But Congress to Campus, an event held in the CCD Confluence building 2 weeks ago, aimed to reach young voters and hear their concerns about the political process. Met TV caught up with the special guests, former Congressman Chris Shays and Bill Enyart, to hear their thoughts and opinions about the current state of the U.S.
Most Americans are in the middle of the political spectrum, maybe slightly more right than left. But that's where the majority are. In other words, the majority are somewhat in the center of the political spectrum. Congress right now is an inverted bell curve. A lot of members to the left, a lot of members to the right, and very few people in the middle. So it's not representative of the United States population, ironically. And that's primarily because of gerrymandering, creating districts that are all Republican or all Democrat. When I was in Congress, it was country first and your family, country and your family second, country and your family third, and then party. And now, for some reason, party has jumped ahead of everything. And so you have Democrats who vote against good bills that the Republicans want, and Republicans vote against good bills that the Democrats want, because they don't want either party, they don't want the other party to succeed. That's pathetic and gross, but that's the way it is right now.
The Republicans, and I shouldn't say Republicans, what I should say is the alt-right, the far right, has seized the podcast ground, the new media ground. They own that. Something like 80% of the podcasting, and they did a study on it, where even podcasts that were devoted to sports tended to have alt-right messages contained within that sports broadcasting. So they weren't just talking about whether the Avalanche is going to win or not, but instead there were alt-right messages in there. So because of an action taken 45 years ago or 40 years ago by Ronald Reagan when he did away with the Fairness Doctrine. And the Fairness Doctrine required, because public media, such as television broadcast networks, because they were licensed by the feds and they operated over airwaves, which were owned by the public, had to have fairness in their news broadcasting. So if you had a Republican on, you had to have a Democrat on, and so forth. Well, he did away with that Fairness Doctrine and said, oh, no, we can't have that.
Ethics matter, big time. People have to have faith in their government. And sometimes they think the government is worse than it is because members of Congress don't care about the impressions they leave. You know, there's some members of Congress will invest in the stock market. And people think, oh, they're getting rich because they're members of Congress. No, they just attended a public hearing. And at a public hearing, they learned, my gosh, why would I want to spend money here? I'd want to put my money here. They're learning from public information that anyone can get, but they're members of Congress. Ethics matter. People have to have faith in their government. They got to believe that they can be proud of it. And the leaders need to be better than the average American. They have to set an example that others want to model.
The battle between the Trump administration and Harvard continues this week after the president called the university a threat to democracy. In a statement on Thursday, this comes in the wake of a historic lawsuit filed by Harvard against the administration. The White House has been applying pressure to universities across the country since Trump assumed office in January, citing far-left ideology and perceived anti-Semitism in the wake of the pro-Palestinian encampments that engulfed the campus, engulfed colleges across the country last April. The Trump administration provided a list of demands to several universities, mandating changes to student policies, faculty conduct, and admissions, threatening to withhold the federal funding if they don't comply. Harvard has held firm in denying Trump's orders, and in the process has lost $2.2 billion in federal grants and $60 million in contracts. After threats from the administration, Harvard filed suit against the Trump administration on Monday, citing that these demands violate Title VI of the Civil Rights Act. With negotiations frozen between the two parties as of Thursday afternoon, the legal proceedings will likely take some time before a conclusion is reached. Colorado Governor Jared Polis is facing dissent from the state Congress after a bill he vetoed last week may be subject to an override. SB 25-077 would expedite public records access to mass media outlets while delaying access to any smaller entity or any individual seeking public records under the Colorado Open Records Act. Before the governor's veto, it had bipartisan support in the Congress. Under CORA, most public records are available to the public applying all local and state government agencies and entities. Polis spoke out against the unjust process of availability that SB 25-077 would give to the higher entities and a delay of up to 30 days it could impose on others. Record custodians have full control of denying or allowing records to go out based on whether the record is determined to be financial gain or not. Well, that's all I've got for politics this week. I haven't been at Met TV for that long, but frankly, I've really enjoyed my time here during that short, brief moment that I've been here. And I've appreciated all the connections and, dare I say, friends I've made along the way. And I appreciate you all, staying by me and supporting me through this. Alex Petrich did my senior package. Let's take a look.
I would say June's greatest quality or attribute is
that they're always helpful.
It just seems they have this amazing work ethic and drive for what they want.
We learned off of each other every time.
I know a good chunk about Premiere, but there's always just that little edit, that I wouldn't know what to do. And June is pretty much the first one I go to because I know if they don't know, then we're pretty much screwed, so.
Willing to help out anyone at any cost, and it reflects in our content here at Met TV.
Their drive, their willingness to show up and work every day.
They're very, very, very very great team player, and they're super helpful in anything that comes up in that regard. So.
June is someone who, when you walk into a newsroom, you're always going to have a friendly conversation, and they seem ready for anything that's going to be thrown at them. So I always appreciate those things most, and we need those qualities a lot in spaces like ours.
Whatever goals that you want to set for yourself, June is always willing to help a hand. So
every time I talk to June, they're always so sweet, so nice, so helpful, and you know, I appreciate that you always lie and tell me that my videos look good before you fix them, June, so I really appreciate that so much.
For now, your skill maintenance what you love most.
I can see June doing a lot and being a very good asset anywhere they go post-grad.
I would say trust your instincts, trust the skills you have, because you have the skills, you have the ability to do whatever you want to do. You can pick up something that you haven't done before and be pretty good at it no matter what.
Every once in a while, June will come around with some random just punch of a joke that, you know, is just out of left field and it's really funny. Oh, I can't say that.
June is quite professional, and I think that's something you don't see every day nowadays.
You're a great person, you're wonderful at what you do, and you're dedicated to your craft, and it shows every day that you're here. So I hope that no matter what you choose to do and where you choose to go, that you keep applying that, and you take care of yourself, and you put yourself first and your wants and your needs, and that ultimately you do something that makes you happy and that's fulfilling to you.
June, you are so welcoming and understanding and always wanting to help other people learn what they're doing, and I know that you are going to do so well in whatever you do, and I think that there's no reason to be worried at all when you go out into the world and get into your like super serious career and whatever you want to do. I think you're going to do great, and the people around you are going to realize that.
Keep being yourself. I mean, we say that to the point almost of cliche sometimes, but in a landscape where media is everywhere, the way that we stand out is bringing a bit of ourselves to the work that we do. And I think June's going to be terrific at that.
Always try to always enjoy what you're doing. Like especially when you're taking on projects, have it be something that you're excited and wanting to do, because then it doesn't feel like you're working. You're like, oh, this is sick, and it makes you want to work even more.
I'm super happy to be graduating with you, and you know, I know that you're going to go on to bigger and better things, and you're going to do so many amazing things because you've taught me so much about video editing, and I can't wait to see the content and the things that you do in the future.
You're one hell of an editor. I would hope to see you somewhere around being some big-time editor doing whatever you end up doing. Just make sure you push hard, and yeah, you're gonna do great.
June, we didn't work together for very long, but in the 2 semesters since you joined Met TV, you've been incredible. You've been a wonderful presence in the office, in the studio. You have a great mind for problem solving and getting things done. Met TV has grown leaps and bounds since you joined, and we could not have done it without you. I know whatever you do in life, you're going to do great, and best of luck to you in the future.
Now don't go anywhere. We've got Tyson with Levette coming up.
Stand on the edge of the train station platform. Drive around the boom, gets at a level crossing. Run across the tracks between the platforms. They may not rhyme, but they're quite possibly the dumbest ways to die.
There's a million dumb ways to die. Don't let it be around buses and trains. Be safe around buses and trains. A message from RTD.
So many dumb ways to die.
How's it going, Met TV crew? I'm Tyson Sintas, and I'm here bringing you all the updates in entertainment. Let's dive right into it. Colorado Freestyle National 420 finally arrived this past Saturday, April 19th, despite some scheduled delays due to an unexpected venue change. The event went on as planned, featuring the best Spanish-speaking rappers from Colorado and across the country. But why do you have to hear it from me? Let's see what our reporter Fabrizio Escalona has to bring to us from the National 420.
Debido a problemas internos con la ciudad de Denver para alojar la Nacional 420 en el White Diamond, el evento se tuvo que mover hasta el downtown en el Club Olympus.
Estamos aquí el día de hoy en el bar Olympi de la 12006 Broadway para celebrar la primera nacional de Colorado Freestyle, la Nacional 420, oficiado por Men Media y Plaza de Reyes. El día de hoy vamos a conocer a los mejores participantes de Colorado, compitiendo contra los mejores 20 otros raperos de diferentes estados, y hoy vamos a conocer a los mejores raperos cuando los enseñe en este momento.
Mi estilo es barato, tú lo haces y pierdes el honor. Mano, yo gano en mi barrio, hacer rap por honor no me quita el honorario.
Alright, me voy a hacer una canción, porque a ti te están celebrando solo la entonación. Pero el mensaje no tiene nada de resplandor, y por eso para los jurados yo soy el ganador.
Yo no veo con sentimiento, porque me conecto con el viento. Tanto así que tú vienes de Utah y estoy ganando con mi 10%. Yo claro me concentro, dame el instrumental claro que me conecto. Y este es el rapero con más relleno. ¿Eres arepa o hueves tu texto? Papi, cállate la boca que si me pone a encontrar mi libertad aumento. Hace rato me pasé de rumba que solo te está volando mi 3%. Eres una persona que no puede ni siquiera mirar las cosas y realmente que lo siento. Cuando me cambie la base, ¿sabes qué pasa? Se termina el cuento. Es más sencilla, con esta el Chile lo humilla. Aquí es Colorado, aquí levantan las sillas. Y si cantas corridos te dan una paliza. ¡Maldito! Por eso te flagelo. Esto es Colorado, no levantan la silla, levantan modelos. Por eso te asumen.
Fueron la voz de los raperos que retumbaron el lugar con las espectaculares batallas de la Nacional 420. Los duelos empezaron de duelos preliminares, ya que compitieron alrededor de 30 raperos para decidir los últimos 16. Para destacar, la rapera de Nivela y Onel de Venezuela fueron los que más lucieron entre los mejores 16 del certamen, donde estos dos al final llegaron hasta semifinales, donde entre ellos dos decidieron quién iba a la final contra Nico B. Ahora escuchemos, antes de ver la final, lo que tienen estos raperos para nosotros.
Nivela, ¿cómo te sientes?
Me siento bien, me siento contenta, con ganas de que vaya aumentando el nivel a medida que vayan pasando las rondas. Es la primera nacional de Colorado. Siendo súper bien, yo me siento feliz de haber llegado a Colorado, tengo 6 meses acá y siento que la están estallando profesionales.
Y dime, ¿cómo te ha parecido Colorado y la competencia hasta ahora?
Colorado, increíble, las mejores vacaciones que he tenido en mucho tiempo, y la compe, durísima. Todos están con un nivel súper alto y creo que están los mejores de cada estado. Cada batalla me la estoy tomando como que, ok, lo quiero hacer bien porque quiero practicar. Entonces, si pierdo, pues no me importa mucho. Si gano, pues me voy a ir contento porque lo estoy haciendo muy bien. Y si quiero batallar con alguien, no sé, con alguien con el que no he batallado.
Kobe lo derrotó en un duelo muy cerrado, donde al final este último se terminó coronando campeón de la Nacional 420 y representa a Estados Unidos en la Internacional de Plaza de Reyes en Perú.
Y ese fue el gran evento del año de la Nacional 420 por Colorado Freestyle. Una vez más, los mejores raperos de Colorado demostraron por qué merecen estar en el escenario. Y este fue Fabrizio Escalona para el noticiero Met TV. Una vez más, gracias a Colorado Freestyle y a Memilla por hacer este evento posible.
Dice, y desde aquel adiós.
All right, Roadrunners, it's been a long semester, but it's almost over. And what better way to send off the school year than with a concert on campus that's free for students? That's right, MSU Center for Multicultural Engagement and Inclusion is putting on a Roadrunners After Dark, a celebration for students, staff, and the area community. The event will be held next Wednesday, April 30th, from 5 to 9 p.m. on a JSSB lawn in front of the Tivoli. All ages are welcome, and as we mentioned earlier, MSU students get in for free, so make sure you show up. So what's planned for the event? Well, food trucks, local vendors, games, and activities, and the highlight of the night, 3 live performances headlined by Billboard charting rapper Paul Russell. Our good friend and colleague at Met Radio, Dylan Slick, or Dylan Schmidtka, will be opening for Paul Russell at 6 p.m. Be sure to come out and enjoy the evening. The year has started with lots of uncertainty, anger, and fear for President Trump and what he has done regarding the community and action towards immigration topics. Although not everything is bad, Ruth Alvarez, a student at MSU Denver that is graduating this spring semester, shows us with her artwork for her senior thesis the resilience of the immigrant community and the good and beauty that they contribute. She touches on topics such as liberty, language, and loteria. Our reporter Jacqueline Bautista had the opportunity to interview her. Let's take a look.
I was born and raised in Durango, Mexico, and I moved here when I was 14. In my practice, I focus a lot on immigration issues and how they affect my community. My body of work talks about immigration. I use semiology as my tool for contemplation. I just explore different concepts and ideas and how they affect individuals differently. That's my main focus on my body of work. For example, my first body of work is talking about language barrier. The name of it's El Camarón, which translates as the shrimp. And on that one, I basically create this metaphor. Because like everything is based on this saying that my grandma would always tell me, camarón que se duerme se lo lleva la corriente. That means the shrimp that falls asleep ends up getting carried away by the current, something like that. So for me, language always felt like that. It was this thing that I never felt like I was improving or just progressing. And in that piece of work, it's a performance. So it just shows you how visceral and sometimes shameful that process of learning a new language could become. My whole body of work is called La Lotería del Sueño Americano, which translates as the lottery of the American dream. And so my 4 paintings are inspired on, the shrimp is also inspired in one real card of the lottery. Entrega, which is surrender. It's a metaphor to freedom. And this piece is made out of beads, ceramic beads. It was meant to symbolize how freedom could feel for immigrant kids, or just immigrant in general. When you come here to the US, your parents really, it's like if they were giving away their own freedom to give it to you. So a lot of the times that leads us feeling like this heaviness or like a burden. So I wanted to capture that through this piece.
The exhibition will be until May 2nd if you're interested in checking it out on 965 Santa Fe Drive. That's all we have for EMET this week. If you're wondering where I've actually been producing my own show this semester. You can check that out here, here, and here. I think they are all the same links, so one of them will definitely take you to the same spot. But Luke Maestas did my senior package. Here's what he had put together.
The uncanny ability to wear the same hat every single day. It's fascinating.
Yeah, he's always been very helpful throughout what I've been here at the Met. He knows a lot, and I think he's very clever.
One would be the Ron Burgundy and Fred Durst Halloween special that we filmed. I remember us two coordinating that episode, and filming that day was so much fun. You know, just two 90s legends coming together in the 2020s right before an election was something I will never forget.
Thank you, Ben. So, Fred, what made you decide to not dress up for work today?
Well, you know what, Ron, it's just one of those days where I just didn't want to wake up. But you know what? I was wondering, what brings you back later, 20 years later?
Well, to quote the great Deion Sanders, I'm still in my prime.
And so am I.
His off-the-cuff, just like one-off comments are always the funniest thing because they come out of left field. So they're always just every single time they make me laugh.
During his final presentation, my God was in a good presentation. He did Ari Aster's directorial style and like went over Midsummer and like all of the movies. And that was the only presentation that I went specifically to watch movies of that director afterwards because it was that good.
Done together, and Tyson's just a great guy. He's so funny, he's super reliable, super helpful. You can always count on him. He'll always be there to help you out. You know, I've had tons of fun like filming the Tyson Sintas show. Super fun.
You know, why isn't it Women's History Month?
Yeah. Oh my God.
We
so
support
right.
women.
You know who we should be going after? It's Tyson!
Look right here.
Why? What did I do?
I remember training Tyson. I was script editor at the time, and he joined at the same time. He was part of the same draft class as, goodness, who else? Brandi, Laryss, Cody Shem, AJ. He'll find that funny.
I guess the one thing that I would say, which kind of is one thing that I try to stick to, is just produce and work on projects that you enjoy. Because I feel like, especially being in any sort of creative position, it's very easy to get burned out. So if you very much enjoy the projects you're working on, then it'll always be fun.
Keep trying, no matter what. Don't give up. If you want to try something new, do it. Don't be scared.
Just know that like everything you put out there, they can see the work and dedication that's been put into it. So just really keep it up, because I think you do a great job at that now.
Follow your gut, Tyson. You have a good intuition, you have a good head on your shoulders. Deep down, you know what you want and what you want to do, and you'll always end up exactly where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, Tyson, we love you so much. We're gonna miss you, and I can't wait to see the content you produce and the things that you do. You're one of the funniest people I know, and I am really looking forward to seeing the work that you do in the future. And even though you're gonna be all the way in New Mexico, we're always gonna be here supporting you and rooting you on.
And then one piece of advice I would give to Tyson is keeping you and be consistent about it, because if you're consistent about it and you enjoy the stuff that you produce, you are going to make it big, no doubt in my mind. You know, I see you being one of the community greats. You're original, you're funny, you bring so much joy to everyone into the office with stuff that comes out of left field. Even when we lost the CBAs and the Emmys, you made the really darkest of times really funny, and yeah, I commend you for that a ton. And yeah, feel free to reach out to me anytime. I'm willing to help you at any cost, and keeping you and make everyone around you smile, because you do that very well, my man.
All right, well, that's about all we have for our interview breakdown. Who do you think won the argument? Let us know down in the comments. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button as well. Maybe follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Look what happened to me. But you hush. But don't go anywhere. We have a quick outro show coming up after the break. Wow, Luke, I'm sure you did a great job. I haven't looked at it yet, but I'm sure it's really good. But yeah, just to get down, get serious, I want to give a shout outs to my mom, my dad, my sister. They were my biggest fans since day one. And I want to give a huge shout outs to everyone here in the studio and the Met TV crew. Let's give a big round of applause. Yeah. For one last time, I'm Tyson Sintas with EMET. Let's check it out with Laryss with sports.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Met Report Sports. I'm Laryss Rodriguez, here to bring you all the latest in the world of campus athletics and beyond. And starting off, even with hockey season over, you can still stay up to date with your MSU Denver club hockey team with Behind the Birds, the behind-the-scenes series following the Roadrunners on their road to nationals. This was produced by our very own Brandi Rose and Tanner Caldarola. You can catch the first 2 episodes on our YouTube channel at Met TV and keep an eye out for episode 3, recapping the Roadrunners' journey to a conference championship, coming soon. Ball Arena is buzzing at the end of April as both the Denver Nuggets and Colorado Avalanche have made the playoffs for another year. And while fans are lucky to watch their teams compete for titles once again, the results of their series so far have been, let's put it lightly, anxiety-inducing. The Avs last took the ice on Wednesday night for their first round matchup against their division rival, the Dallas Stars, after a brutal defeat in overtime of Game 6 against Dallas in last year's Stanley Cup playoff. The Avalanche came looking for revenge, but overtime seems to be Colorado's enemy so far, as Dallas has taken games 2 and 3 in overtime during this year's series. One bright spot for the Avs on Wednesday was the long-awaited return of team captain Gabriel Landeskog, who missed 3 entire seasons with an injury. And while fans are feeling down about the current state of the series, there's still hope as the Avs play again tomorrow at 7:30 for Game 4. And moving from the ice to the hardwood, the Denver Nuggets first round series against the Los Angeles Clippers has proven to be one of the most entertaining series of the NBA season so far. That is, if you aren't a Nuggets fan. The Nuggets came into the series riding a 3-game win streak to the end of the season, following the unpredicted firing of head coach Michael Malone earlier this month. Having underachieved all season, the Nuggets scraped together 50 wins to lock up the 4th seed in the West. But their opponents, the LA Clippers, surged up the standings after the return of star forward Kawhi Leonard in January, and so far it's been a dogfight. After winning Game 1 by 2 points and some clutch shots from veteran guard Russell Westbrook, the Nuggets fell in Game 2 by 3 points. In no small part due to their lackluster free throw shooting and 20 turnovers. And those problems got worse on Thursday night after the Nuggets got blown out in LA, putting them in a 2-1 deficit in the series. After a strong comeback series for the Birds against the Wyoming Cowboys, your Roadrunners club baseball team won another series, this time against one of their biggest rivals, CSU Pueblo, which, by the way, what's even in Pueblo? But in all seriousness, the Birds won 2 out of the 3 games they played against the Thunderwolves. The Birds won Game 1 with a final score of 10-2. The Roadrunners were the first to get on the board with a single from Chris Wines, then followed that up with 4 more runs from Elias Gonzalez and Noel Ramirez with a 3-run home run. The Birds lost Game 2, but who the heck cares about that, because the Birds went out with a bang, no pun intended. Beating the Wolves 13-1, Elias Gonzalez and Chris Wines were a tough pair for the Thunderwolves, each collecting a pair of hits back-to-back in the lineup. And with the likes of Cesar Garcia and Aiden Henry, the Birds collected 11 hits total in the slugfest. The Birds head to Fort Collins tomorrow and head down to Westminster on Sunday to face off against the Colorado State Rams. That's all the updates we have for you in sports. Tyson Sintas completed my senior package. Here's what he put together.
I first met Laryss here at Met TV. She started around the same time that I did. We both had an interest in sports, and we kind of both started together, learned together, and here we are.
I do remember her coming in for one of the first couple of times.
And she was just a new reporter, and she was interested in sports and stuff, and so she came into Met Media, and that's how I met her.
I met Laryss, it was like my third day at Met Media, and I just saw her anchoring on camera and just knew, like, that's how I kind of met everybody, was just everyone on camera, just like knowing their personalities and all that stuff.
Favorite memory of Laryss? I'm trying to think of an event we covered.
The furniture store. Yeah, the furniture store story that we did. It was really fun to just look at the furniture and, well, yeah, I don't know, just that meeting that we had that day. It was very cool.
I think my favorite memory of Laryss is when we were sitting right outside the studio for, I forgot what production it was, but we were looking over our Spotify Wraps, and what blew my mind was, I think it was Spotify Wraps, but we were talking about how she really enjoyed some of Milli Vanilli's songs, which I thought was actually insane, considering that somebody office other than me knows Milli Vanilli. And yeah, I think that was one of the times we really bonded over that, and I thought that was really, really cool.
My favorite memory of Laryss is probably just all the times that we've gone and covered sports together, because I guess that we both bonded because we were both, you know, sports girlies, and we started going to like basketball, softball, volleyball, soccer, hockey, baseball, everything together. And, you know, we were covering it, we were learning together, and, you know, it was like, one of my favorite things was being able to watch Laryss grow, because, you know, we came in here at the same time, and then being able to watch her go and get a job at CBS as a sports producer has been incredible, because I could not be more proud of her, and I'm so, so happy for her. So.
If I could describe Laryss with one song, I feel like she can get bad with any like girly pop song from today, or even like back in the day too, back in the 80s. I feel like she would have been one of those cool popular gals back in the day in the 80s.
A Milli Vanilli song, any of them. Like, that's just what I associate with Laryss, like Milli Vanilli, that's just her. Or if I had to pick like a more specific song that's not Milli Vanilli, I can't think of any specific songs right now, but a SZA song, because like Laryss just looks like the way a SZA song sounds. Like, it's just like beautiful and like flows well, and just that girl, you know?
It's gonna sound so bad. Party in the USA. She's just so lit, dude, and she's like the it girl. I love her.
See, here's the thing, is that I listen to old people music. Don't Stop Thinking About Tomorrow by Fleetwood Mac.
Why?
I don't know, it just captures the vibe.
My final words to Laryss would probably be, stay in touch for sure. I would love to keep talking to you about football for sure. And, you know, just continue being you and always continue to improve, because you have a really, really bright future ahead of you. And yeah, I can't wait to see what you do in the sports journalism world.
Oh, I hate this question. I'm gonna cry. Okay, well, Laryss, I know your future is bright. I can see it. You've demonstrated here throughout Met Media, besides all the other stuff that you did before I came. So yeah, I wish you the best luck, and I know you're gonna do something big. So I'll see you, girl.
Laryss, you're gonna do so great. You already are, and I'm so incredibly proud of you and everything that you've done here and that you've achieved and that you will continue to achieve. And I can't wait to see where you go next, and to be watching TV someday and watching you be a reporter or do whatever you want to do, and telling my kids, hey, I went to school with her, and I got to teach her and learn things with her, and I know you're gonna do such amazing things. So just keep moving, keep doing what you do. You're gonna end up great places.
Laryss, you're a damn good reporter. I have seen you put in the work, seen you put in the hours, and we've all grown together over the last 2 years. And watching you refine your craft, watching you refine your skill, and become probably the best on-camera talent, the best anchor that we have in Met TV it's been wonderful to watch.
I think that you're going to do great things wherever you go in life when it comes to news. I think any broadcast station that decides to pick you up is gaining a valuable reporter. And I wish you all the best, and I know you're going to do great.
I just want to thank everybody a part of Met TV. All of my coworkers are the reason that I am where I am today, and I want to thank all my family and friends. It's been a journey, and it's only up from here. Thank you so much for joining me today. Once again, I'm Laryss Rodriguez. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Laryss. Well, Brandi, you are also graduating this semester, and let me be the first to say that it's been an absolute honor, a pleasure working with you over the last few years. You've been such a valuable asset in the office, and I know you're going to do amazing things in whatever you do. And I just wanted to ask, where are your thoughts at? How are you feeling? We've got a few weeks.
You know, it's kind of bittersweet, Alex. You know, like I'm so excited to, you know, take this next step in my life and see what new opportunities wait for me. But it's going to be definitely sad to leave behind Met TV. I've grown into the person I am today because of it. And I am just so grateful for all the people that I've met here, both with Met TV, Met Radio, and working for MSU Denver Hockey. I'm so grateful for each and every single one of you. I love you guys so much, and I just want to thank you for everything. I wouldn't be the person I am today without you guys. So.
Well, one of our reporters, the wonderful Cecilia, made your senior package. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Brandi Rose, and I am the executive producer here at Met TV.
Anytime I'm around her, it's always a good time. Come in the office together. We always joke around that we're always like the first ones here, including Tanner.
I walked into this office and it was her and Tyson doing what Sonic character are you BuzzFeed quizzes. And I'm like, am I in the right spot?
The first time that I walked into the office and I saw Brandi, I just noticed her energy. She's so happy all the time. And she's so willing to help everyone. Sorry, Brandi, for seeing this. I'm about to cry.
When I see Brandi, I know that she is always willing to talk with me, stand up for things that I care about, encourage me to do things, but most of all, just like be there.
When she's teaching you how to do something, because she does that a lot, is that she genuinely wants you to know this, so she will be as patient as she needed to be, but also while joking around with you and like having a good time while you're learning that thing.
I know Met Media is just as difficult as it is fun, but we stuck through it, and you stuck through it, and we stuck through it together, and that's something that I will always cherish.
And if you can describe Brandi in one word, how would you describe her?
Glamorous. Yes.
Welcoming. Brandi is one of the most welcoming people I've ever met.
Pink?
The first thing that came into my mind was, wow, she is so energetic.
For some reason, bombastic. She is always like putting herself out there. She is very personable. She feels like she can talk to anyone, connect with anyone, have a fun conversation, joke around. That just like, so like bombastic feels like
passionate, just because like you don't get to the level that Brandi has gotten to, you don't accomplish as much as Brandi has without an incredible passion for what you're doing.
Bubbly. She's always smiling. She's always bringing positive energy into the office. She's always bringing in the hockey players into the office.
Honestly, the first time she showed up to one of my hockey games, again, not necessarily like working with her, but you know, I personally wear like all black most of the time, and this girl comes in wearing like all hot pink, head to toe, and it was just like, I don't think I'll ever get that picture out of my head. It was, I mean, it was hard to miss. It was hard to miss.
The people have been the best part of this job, you know. There was like a time period when I really didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, and I found my calling, I found my place, I found my people here. Whether that was directly here at Met TV or being able to work with MSU Denver Hockey, you know. I've just found my place and I found my people here, and I think that that's what I'm most grateful for, and that's my favorite memory.
As someone who loves sports as well, I mean, dude, that's all you need. You're going to do so amazing. And I have 100% faith that I'm going to see you becoming a big star in whatever career field that you choose. So I'm just so proud of you.
You're always, as I said, got the vibes, got the energy. So that kind of, I think, will carry you forward into whatever role you want.
Hey, Brandi, congrats on graduating. You're one of the first people I met and I just really appreciate the way you and I became friends. You're really smart at sports and really went forward, so congratulations.
I hope to see you sometime in the near future in the sports, presenting with your glowy pink outfit that characterizes you. And well, yeah, I hope you're the best, and I hope to keep seeing you around.
I wish you nothing but the best in life. I wish you nothing but success from here on out. And I hope that you make every single minute worth it. Congratulations, gang. Do appreciate it. Oh, and I'm going to steal your man.
Good luck. It's gonna suck. Embrace the suck. Keep your head up. Don't let people walk over you. And have some confidence in yourself.
You got a really good on-camera personality. You are so creative, and you're incredibly funny. You always bring positivity to everyone around you, and if you continue to do that, you will have no worries whatsoever finding a job, because the world needs a lot more positivity, and this office is going to not be the same without you, Brandi.
Brandi, you've been a blessing to this office. You have innovated and furthered how we cover sports to an extreme degree, and Met TV will forever be better for the efforts that you put in.
Congratulations, girl. I am so proud of you and everything that you've done, and I can't wait to see you grow and be better and try new things and explore yourself and hopefully be there while you do it. I love you.
Brandi, I'm gonna miss the of you. You were definitely one of the coolest people I met here in MSU. I wish that we could have stuck around for longer, but we had a really good run. We had an amazing time together. At least I did.
Everyone at Met TV, current, past, future, thank you for everything. I'm so appreciative and so grateful for everybody that I've met here. You've all touched and shaped my life in ways that I can't even begin to thank you for. And I really, they say that the friends you make in college are the friends you're gonna have for the rest of your life, and I really hope that that's true, because I'm so grateful for all the people here, and I'm never gonna forget you guys. And to everybody who's taking over next year, Lee, Ytzel, Deanna, Ben, all of you guys, Luke, you guys have got this. I can't wait to see what you guys do, because you're gonna knock it out of the park. You're gonna crush it. I'm so proud of you guys. And yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you for everything. Alex, you're also graduating this semester. How does it feel?
It's a good feeling. It's a relief. I've been here for 3.5 years, and I think the greatest feeling I get from this moment in departing is when I first came into Met TV in September of 2021, they immediately threw me on camera, and it was very daunting at first. I remember I did sports, but that was an entirely different, leadership group. That was Nancy and Greg and Bree and Herman, Trenton Sanders, Lily Beth, that was an entirely different group of people, and to be surrounded by another entirely different group of people now as my time ends it's a wonderful feeling. There is probably one thing I want to say that just something that I've learned over the years here, and I suppose this goes out to people who may or may not watch this, but this is a great college. And there are so many talented individuals that have walked through the doors of Met TV. And in order to achieve what they need to achieve, they need funding. So I beg you, as my final message, please, please, please fund student media. And I just needed to say that.
Yeah, no, thank you for doing so. And We've always loved having you around, Alex, introducing us. I know you showed me the ropes when I first started here, and we've loved having you as a leader. We couldn't have asked for a better one.
Well, thank you.
So you also received a senior package from the one and only Cecilia Presnajera.
Wow.
So let's take a look.
This is Alex Petrich.
Well, I started off as a volunteer reporter because at the time they didn't know how to get us paid. The general manager at the time, Nancy, overheard me talking with the news director at the time, Greg, about certain grammatical errors in the scripts. And Nancy just said, Alex, you want to be script editor? And I was like, sure. And she was like, boom, you're script editor. Bree graduated, obviously. Cece became general manager and I became news director. And that was another year as news director. And then Cece graduated and I became GM, and I've been GM for the last 2 semesters.
He's also a graduating senior, so in honor of his time at MedTV, we sat down with all MedTV members to ask him who truly is Alex Petrich.
Who is Alex Petrich?
Alex Petrich is the most diehard, passionate Nuggets fan that I have ever met in my entire life.
He's my butt buddy. I would say that Alex is probably one of my closest friends. I feel like we're pretty close and we get along pretty well, so.
Well, my boss.
He's more than being just the general manager of MedTV. He is a comedian.
You guys ever seen Good Will Hunting? I feel a lot like that guy Ben Damon. You know? I can't take it anymore.
He is a hard worker. He is a smart content creator. And overall, he's a good friend.
He is kind of one of the core parts of MetTV. Like, that's who he is. He is kind of, well, the pillar that kind of started everyone who's there here right now.
You can really, really tell this is his passion. So it really just encouraged me to keep coming back.
Because he's honestly taught me everything in the office. Overall, he's just helped me in every area of my life related to MetTV that I could think of.
He's compassionate about a lot of the things he does in life, so I can see his drive and things he really cares about, such as like music and what he does at the job here.
It's literally everything that Alex has taught me. Just producing VOs and content like that. I commend Alex for helping me with that.
Hey Alex, just wanted to say congratulations on graduation, man. I am super excited for you. I am so happy and honored that we got to share the Met Media offices together, and I loved hanging out with you every Thursday, getting stuff done, and it was an honor to be exploded by a Serbian church bomb for you as well.
We now go live to reporter Goran at the bomb.
Hello, we are outside. Can't wait to hear what you do after Met Media, man. You're gonna kill it.
You really showed me what it means to like really care about a project you're doing. Constantly encouraged me to do things that I care about and I like, and videos I like, and do I want to do this part? Do I want to try something else? I care a lot, and I want to care that much about this place. And I really hope I can live up to some level of how much you care. So,
Alex, besides the jokes, Alex is genuinely like one of the best dudes that I've ever known. He's so caring. He's so thoughtful. He's one of the hardest working dudes I know. That man is the B-roll king. Don't ever disrespect Alex in his B-roll game. I can't imagine that I could have gone through this life without having meeting such an amazing person. So, brother, I appreciate you day in, day out, all the way from the VI, 3K miles away, man. Wishing y'all nothing but blessings. Congratulations, dog. You finally did it. Yeah, hopefully I can see you for the celebration.
Love you, Alex. I can't wait. We got a lot of playoff games coming up, and we're gonna have many more for many years to come. More trade talks to be had. We got to learn more from the book of Jim, you know. So, and I'm going to be seeing CC all the time, so you better get used to me. But all jokes aside, love you. Can't wait to see what you do next. And I'm super grateful to call you my friend.
Especially with your music, keep doing it, keep pushing. I see the clips on TikTok and everything so often, so I'll be hyped to go to one of your shows at some point and hopefully be able to go to a very big show, which would be really dope. So,
Alex, I can only say that I am so incredibly proud of you. You left this place better than you found it. You are creative and talented. You care, and that's going to take you so far in life. And all you have to do is stay true to that part of yourself. I know that when you're going to leave here, wherever you go, you're going to show people the Alex that Met TV has been so lucky to know. So, good luck. Stay hopeful. Stay true to yourself.
Whatever you're gonna do, you're gonna do great. I know that what you brought to the table here at Met TV will definitely follow you outside into a different career. And yeah, I hope that you have fun. Maybe not too much fun. Don't have a mental breakdown over basketball. You don't have to change anything about yourself because you're great as you are.
Hey Alex, congratulations on graduating. You may know me, my name's Noah. We've worked together many times. Obviously there's many memories I could go through. Has to be when we were at the mayoral debate in the King Center and you dropped your water bottle and it was so loud.
Way to do that. Thank you. So just to clarify. Way to do that. Thank you. So just to
Oh,
clarify.
hell
no, man. What the fuck, man?
Get your ass on. Again, congratulations on graduating. Congratulations on all of your accomplishments. Can't wait to see what's next. You're a good reporter and a good friend, and thank you for everything.
Alex, you're going to be a tremendous asset to wherever you land and whoever you are working with. You have a way of making the places that you enter better for being there, and that will never go out of fashion, and that will never be something that people don't seek in this world. So keep that at the front of what you do. And I can't wait to watch what you do and how you flourish in your next steps after graduating from here, because it is the time to see what you can do next and how you can challenge yourself for the future. And I think that brings really bright and exciting things ahead, and I can't wait to hear stories later on when you come bug me in my office years from now, even when you don't need to be here. I look forward to those conversations, and it'll be really great to see what you bring back. Good luck.
Met TV has taught me just to be patient with anything and everything, because it takes patience to grow, whether it's others, whether it's yourself, whether it's things you want to do. You just have to be mindful of it's all a process. Everybody's learning at the same time. You're learning at the same time. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Take pride in your work. Revise your work. Refine your craft. I have the utmost faith in all of you. I know you're all going to do great things. It's all the little things that some of it's just going to come with time and experience. But like I just said about the biggest thing I learned, just be patient with others, with yourself, with your skills, with what you want to do in life. I'm about to graduate. I still don't have any idea what I want to do with my life. But, it's not the end of the world if you don't know. That's part of the journey. So yeah, just continue to refine your craft, continue to learn. Just continue to learn anything and everything you can about the world. It will make you, not only in the specifics of this office, it will not only make you a better editor, a better writer, a better reporter, it will make you a better person. Keep an open mind, be creative, and learn.
Now we must vacate studio for disposal of nuclear waste from Yugoslav era. Have a good morning, Serbia. Živeli!
Thank you for tuning in to the Met Report. Check out the description to find all of our socials, and be sure to follow so you can keep up with all the latest news and content from Met TV.
And don't forget to check out our website, mymetmedia.com, to see all the great content coming out from the Metropolitan, Metrosphere, and Met Radio.
For the Met Report, one last time, I'm Brandi Rose.
And I'm Alex Petrich. Have an amazing day, everyone. Cut.